I think that a lot of these people just ride the bus, get into the shade, and they're clearly having a hard time here.
Hello, Nick. Have you ever been to Tucson? There's trash everywhere. You see needles and condoms laying around, crackheads. Tucson has one of the highest crime rates in the country. I don't feel safe walking down the damn street. God, I guess I needed to see it then. The worst place in Arizona. Tucson, Arizona. You've heard of it. Probably never been here. Tucson is way down here in the middle of the Arizona desert. Just about in Mexico. There's a lot of people here now. The metro area has more than 1 million. The place is huge. And hot. And dirty, apparently. So Kim and I had to check it out ourselves and send back a dispatch. It's the kind of stuff that you guys like. Hee-haw from Tucson, Arizona, right? Now, a lot of people tell me, Nick, you need to come see Tucson. We need a lot of help. It's the kind of place that your audience is going to love. Check out this email from my buddy Mark. He talks about, Nick, please come to Tucson. The city's run by Democrats. There's people smoking meth. There's dope everywhere. Midtown's Tweakerville. There's people doing drugs all over at all the intersections, and they don't even do anything about it. We're a defunded city. We need this to go national. Nobody cares about us. Other people told me Tucson's extremely poverty-stricken. There's needles and condoms everywhere and trash on the ground. Now, I don't know if any of that's true. We've been here for a day already, and I haven't seen anything like that. But we're about to go to the bad part of town, the part you guys like. Let's check out Tucson and see if it's as bad as people say right now. Oh my God, look at this guy. He's throwing a hatchet at a park.
There's a lot of people that have taken over the parks.
Well, that's just sad that we've got naloxone billboards in our country. Make sure you have it on you. So I already showed you guys how bad Tucson is, the drugs and all the homeless stuff. I did a video about it and showed you all the stuff we saw here. You can watch that video as well. Went totally viral. And I was surprised by that. You don't hear a lot about Tucson outside of Arizona. I was kind of surprised at how bad things are here. There's open air drug use all over the city, which is sad because it's an otherwise kind of cool place. But I'm not going to show hardly any of that stuff in this video. This video is about, is Tucson really the worst place to live in Arizona? And the short answer is, I think it is. It's really bad for Arizona. I like Arizona a lot. This was bad. Before I get to the Tucson is actually a pretty neat place part, you guys are sick and you're weird and you want to see the bad stuff first. So I'm going to start with Tucson's problems. Here you go.
I'm in South Tucson, and this is the most troubled part of Tucson. This is kind of the most troubled part of Arizona. And it's just the poverty rate, the drug use in Tucson is the highest in the state. It's not even close. And it's getting worse. But, you know, this used to be a nice place. It is no longer really as nice as it once was, sadly. The poverty number here is double than where you live. Gangs, they got Bloods, Crips, Mexican gangs, and you know, we're really close to the border, which is really the main problem is that, you know, the Mexican gangs control the area because they come up from the border, and this is just the first really big place that you come to when you leave Mexico. So the Mexican gangs are a big problem here, but it's, you know, the Bloods and Crips. Sex trafficking, that's a big deal here too. It's just a real big mess. It's one of the highest crime rates in the country right now, Tucson is. Definitely the highest in Arizona. Smugglers, cartels, weapons. There's even stories of abandoned houses with drug tunnels underneath them. I mean, it's really bad. It's so bad here with drugs, they were talking about putting in fentanyl tents, like fent tents, which are just safe injection sites all over the city. That's how bad things are here now.
I've lived here off and on and seen the gradual changes. When COVID hit, it got pretty bad for a bit, as everywhere did. I think the south side of Tucson got hit worse than others just because we're right on a corridor 50 miles from an unblocked border. And yeah, and people weren't arresting people, and the streets got pretty bad on the south side.
Some Tucsonians say that they have urban trauma from living here. OMG. Not kidding. Look at this. This is my buddy Damien's Facebook group. It's called 857 Tucson. Can't ride the bus. There's crackheads everywhere. People are attacking one another with machetes. Gunshots at Denny's. Jesus. People say the cops are underfunded. More than half of felony cases aren't prosecuted. And that's a shame. We need people in office who actually want to enforce the law. It's crazy that they don't want to do that. And then they protest the people that are trying to do it. Unbelievable.
What kind of stuff are people frustrated that has kind of overwhelmed Tucson lately?
What I've picked up from little law enforcement stuff that I'd talked to, they didn't have the funds. And so like South Tucson, when a cop, like, I don't know how it is now, but then I heard verbatim that if a cop clocked in at 6 a.m., he was going on calls from 6 a.m. the previous day. They were completely 24 hours behind.
We're super close to the Mexico border here. So you get a lot of illegal aliens that come up here. They're processed in houses here in the Tucson area. I guess you call them safe houses, processing houses. And then they're distributed throughout the community. And some of them wind up in communities around by you. And a lot of the illegal aliens wind up settling here and put an additional strain on the hospitals and the schools. They think 4% of residents in Arizona are illegal aliens. Can you imagine that? 4%? That's a lot. I hear that a lot of these grocery stores, the QTs, the Circle Ks, they've got it the worst. Sometimes they just have to close down because of all the problems that come with people going in the bathrooms and doing drugs or stealing, or the fights or the ghetto drama that happens with addicts in some of those places. A lot of people are like, arm the Circle K workers or with guns, or put armed security guards at Circle K. That's how bad things are here. I have friends that live here that say that I used to be able to walk around at night. I used to be able to walk around. I used to be able to enjoy it here in Tucson, and I just can't do that anymore. And that is a shame. All right, the famous Miracle Mile.
Not my first word.
All right, so this is the historic Miracle Mile. It's more well known now for being an area on the side of town where you've got no-tell motels, they call them. Crackheads, prostitutes, hotels you can get for $20 a night, hotels you can get by the hour. But this is definitely where a lot of the problems happen here in Tucson. Is I think this whole area here has been taken over by motels that used to be nice that are not nice anymore.
Somebody got killed in one of these motels not too long ago. I was told, don't go to Miracle Mile at night, Nick. I know you're brave and tough and strong, but these people are crazy. They'll just stab you for no reason.
Now, I haven't seen about these signs and them being condemned, so that's
So
new.
what is this? Let me get a shot. Do not enter unsafe.
I need to get a photo
Hang
of
on one
that.
second. Do not enter unsafe to occupy. Holy, look at the whole.
I'll just zoom in.
Dude, it's almost every room.
Yeah, I need to get a photo of that.
Oh my God, like what? I can't even understand what would have happened.
This was the worst of the hotels we saw. The place was practically condemned from all the drug making that's gone on inside. I didn't even show you the worst of it in the previous video. All right, so worst hotel in Arizona for sure. This one has a bullet hole in the window, I think. Wow, look at that spacious room with the beautiful blanket. I think this one, somebody had fun in there last night. But yeah, the entire side of this hotel, I'd say more than half of the rooms are unsafe to occupy for whatever reason. But I bet the crackheads would be like, I'll stay in there, I don't give a shit. God, Tucson. Tucson's finest.
I'll get these people out of here. Better not be any migrants in this hotel.
Well, that is a big gun, Mappy.
I need this gun because people in the U.S. are actually protesting enforcing the law. ICE and I have a lot to deal with. No me, senor. I legal. Here for work.
Juan, you should probably just go on back to work and keep a low profile. Believe me. Mappy, we can't do mass sweeps and just grab everybody. A lot of these folks have families, even the drug addicts.
Ain't the law that's gone soft. It's the backbone of folks that quit standing tall. Hee-haw!
Hee-haw! Hee-haw! Hee-haw! Hee-haw! I think there's a person under there. Tucson has this all over the place. Druggies at bus stops, all over the Circle K's, just wandering around. But actually, here's the part where I didn't see any of that. Kinda. And this is the 4th Street, kind of little corridor near downtown. It is dead. There's one car. Okay, it's Sunday morning in downtown Tucson. It's about 7 a.m. I'm still getting used to the time change. I'm up at 3 in the morning. Sometimes it sucks. Downtown Tucson's great. For all the people that say downtown Tucson is ruined with bums and drugs and homelessness and sketchy, we've been walking around for 2 days and it is just, there's nothing around. It's just super clean and safe. Yeah, there's gonna be a few random people, but God. Okay, that guy just came out of the porta potty. Obviously just did some drugs. There's a lot of people in the park, so this might be the case. A lot of cities just tell them, you can't be downtown. Because right on the edge of downtown, there's a bunch of junkies and stuff in this park over here. Okay, well, this kid got shot and killed not too far from here. We're at the bus stop, so this is the central. This is the reason everybody says downtown stinks. It's because you've got the buses here that are free. They've been free since COVID. They never made people pay for them. So a lot of people just get on the bus and drive around all day, get out of the heat, sleep, get around. I'm not really gonna. Yeah, no, I am. I'm gonna walk over there. All right, it's pretty bad down there. I can see what people are complaining about. Lots of strung out people and just doesn't feel safe, feels sketchy. And there, all over here. Jeez, I'm starting to think they just weren't up yet. All right, my verdict on downtown Tucson is, yeah, I get it. There's some stuff that's kind of shitty here. It's not as bad as, nearly as bad as a lot of places I've seen. I don't know what the solution is. You can't really tell these people they can't come down here. They won't go anywhere that they can get help, so they just wander around. And I guess you could say the solution is shut the border down, get the drugs out of the country. I guess that would probably help somewhat. That's not easy to do. So I do have to say, this is something that I normally don't see. The city's got these workers. They have Safe Ambassador downtown Tucson shirts. They walk around, they pick up trash. I think that's all they do. But I've been seeing them. They have golf carts that they drive around and stuff. So good for you, Tucson. Why does Phoenix pick on Tucson? Tucson has kind of a bad reputation up there. Like, oh, Tucson. Like, why?
Oh, well, I would think because they're super sophisticated and they have everything, and we're a dusty little town 50 miles from the border. So I mean, like when the rivalry from the U of A kids and the ASU kids, I mean, the ASU kids would always go back to Mexico, and it's fun banter. We'll talk the smack. It's good stuff. And it's good, but I think folks that have moved from a big city to a big city that have driven down here, because you drive down, go to Tombstone but you'll go home. Now, if you come to Tucson, it's different, and it's not Phoenix at all. Like on paper, we're 1 million plus. I'd say 40% of that is out in the sticks. Tucson proper is still, 600,000? That's not that big. Yeah, so while it has all the amenities, and me personally, I think the best Mexican food in America, but everybody thinks that about their spot.
Here's one of their main thoroughfares here. Looks good to me. All right, so this is downtown Tucson on a Sunday. It's all very nice, I have to say. I was told by a buddy of mine, James, who lives here, that a lot of this has been redone, regentrified. They kind of knocked down a lot of the older stuff, and they've made downtown Tucson a lot better, I guess. And it's really cool. I mean, they did a good job. I don't know how old this is, but it's a nice place to walk around. All right, so we've been driving around the north end for about a half hour. It's really not that bad. Not what I was told, but it also could be that it's hot out. It's not night. There's just no shade. There's no trees. It's not even about I don't think the temperature in the summer. It's just that there's no relief. There's a few palm trees. It's just, the only shade's the bus stops. So I think that's why everybody goes. I think once you get outside of downtown, most of Tucson just looks like this. Just a bunch of strip malls and rocks. Taco shacks. Kind of reminds me of the nicest part of San Bernardino a little bit. And I think that this is Tucson's not nice part, which says a lot about both Tucson and San Bernardino.
Oh, it's a wonderful town. It always has been. Great people here, good culture, awesome food. I think it's misrepresented a bit by some realtors in cities where people are trying to leave from. If you're used to a big city life and like the big city life, you're probably not going to be so stoked on Tucson, because it's just a slower life here. Everything's here. I mean, you have, food, all the shops. I mean, high-end stuff, low-end stuff. Yeah, it's all here, but it's slower. Like, it's not LA, Frisco, no, you're going to get bored and probably want to change things, so.
Oh my gosh, Fancyland.
All this stuff was like $250 like 20 years ago, and now everything up here is like $1 million. This looks a lot different than down there.
Now, a 15-minute drive away from downtown feels like you're going into another world. If you're thinking of moving here, the real estate here is bonkers now. This is the nice part of town on the northeast end. The further north you get from downtown, the fancier it gets. This is the part of town that people go to when they want to be as far away from that drama as they can get. The high up on the hillers. They call parts of Tucson East California because of all the transplants that have come in. Some people, they move to Phoenix, but they can't stand it up there, so they come down here where it's more affordable. And I know realtors here. If you want to move here yourself, email me.
Yeah, this is just a regular neighborhood in the middle of kind of regular middle-class land here. And very unique architecture from what I've seen. Lots of cactus. There's no lawn maintenance at all. It's very dry. I mean, some of this stuff, I get that you like living in the desert where it's warm. Cactus. I don't think we've seen a single yard. I don't think you're allowed to. I have to figure that out. I don't know if you're even allowed to water anymore. The water restrictions out here are so bad, and it's just getting worse. There's good and bad. Will you go right? There's good and bad to not having a lawn. Clearly, you have less maintenance and stuff. I don't know how much this neighborhood is. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. I know it's going up though, because there's a lot of people that want to move here. Mostly from California, coming in to ruin everything. I don't think there's a blade of grass in this entire side of town up here. Oh, Kim just pointed out, somebody has a yard. Oh my God, that must cost a fortune. I wonder if their neighbors are jealous or what. God, show-offs.
Look at this saguaro.
I mean, I do appreciate the landscaping. That is, I don't know how old those cacti are. I don't know how long that takes to grow.
I know it's a desert, but it had been an even drier year than normal. Look at that. God. And then I flew the drone over the cheap side of Tucson. You can get a house down here about 15 minutes from downtown next to the rattlers and the do-it-yourselfers for under $200,000. Lots of it. Chickens and goats and shoot your guns and everything.
Yeehaw! That's some Arizona shit right there.
While we were out and about in Tucson, we did a lot. Kim and I were here for 3 straight days.
Is that normal? People in cowboy hats?
You know what? We saw that guy last night.
Didn't we see him?
We saw that guy last night.
Okay, so is this normal to see that?
Yeah.
Not exactly. He was wearing his shirt. He was wearing his shirt.
Right, I'm at the trolley stop here in downtown Tucson. And we're gonna take the trolley up to maybe watch the game. I heard there's a lot of hatchet attacks that happen at the bus stops here, so I'm risking my life for you guys here to show you Tucson on a kind of humid, maybe gonna rain Saturday night here in downtown. Here comes the trolley. All right, it's game day here in Tucson. We might try to get in and get a cheap seat. Not sure if it's gonna happen because I forgot about the clear bag policy. And Kim doesn't have a clear bag, but it's very active. Actually, this is nothing. They're playing Weber State. Meh. This is kind of a spontaneous thing. We'll see what happens. where the parties are at. It's where all the college kids come and watch the game. It is gonna dump rain, I think, so we did not go to the game because I do not care about it that much. In fact, we're probably gonna get a good seat at the bar. It's where the Tucson kids party.
We didn't go to the game. We wound up at the most famous place on campus, though. A joint called Frog and Firkin. Everybody knows about Frog and Firkin. And we had their fish piss shots, because that's what they do here.
Fish piss shot. Fish piss. Okay, so the game's delayed. Nobody knows when it's gonna start. We made a good decision not to go. There's lighting everywhere. I think I just read it's the first delayed game at the Arizona Stadium since 2009.
Oh, it started.
And so this doesn't happen often. There's a hurricane out on Baja California. That's what's causing all this. It's normally not like this, but it is nasty. Arizona with the chaotic lightning in the background. Game delayed. Everybody's gonna get extra drunk, but not me. I'm going downtown to have Mexican food because I'm a big boy. Noodle-holics? I'm a noodle-holic, I know. Maybe I should go there.
Now, the food in Tucson, James was right. It is good. Before we even get to the Mexican food part, first night we just wound up at a simple place called the Monica in downtown. I didn't have high expectations, but I was like, damn, Tucson. The place was founded by Monica Flynn, an area food legend. Apparently she invented the chimichanga when she accidentally dropped a burrito into hot oil. Monica.
We're at Comida del Barrio in South Tucson. What's up, Damien? We're having
What's
lunch.
happening? Welcome to Tucson, Arizona.
I heard it's the best Mexican food in the country. Is that true?
Yeah, this is where the chimichanga was actually, this is where it was made. First time ever.
I'm
That's
gonna
where
keep
it came
talking
out.
so you can't eat. I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is about as mom and pop as you get. You know it's good when there's, you know, styrofoam plates and plastic spoons and stuff here on the south side. Oh my gosh, they even have a band in here. Okay, so lightning is still on the horizon. Oh my gosh. And we are coming to a classic, gotta do it, El Charro Cafe in downtown Tucson. And look how quiet it is. This is downtown. I was told it was like janky and sketchy down here. We've walked, what, 20 minutes? I haven't seen a single bad thing. It's very small and intimate.
Now, El Charro has been called basically the most iconic Mexican joint in the whole region. You had to go there.
Oh my God, the famous carne seca platter with carne asada cooked on the roof.
And everybody told me, Nick, you guys need to get the world famous carne seca. So we did.
They've been showing a lot of trading places 48 hours, another 48 hours.
Oh my God.
They've been showing all the
That's pretty amazing.
And Kim loved it too.
Oh my gosh.
It is 9:15 on a Saturday night. This downtown is pretty dead. Not in a bad way. We're not on the main party zone, but this is chill. It's super clean, right?
So clean.
Clean and quiet, and you just walk around. Off he goes. Off to the next destination.
The Tucson wanderer wanders away. Where he's going, nobody knows. I don't even know if he knows. Maybe he'll find his dreams at the end of the sidewalk. The end.
Man, that place is bad. I chose to end this video at the Grand Resort Lux, whatever they call it here. It is not a Grand Resort. It might be the worst hotel in Arizona. I thought about staying here last night and making a video about it, but I got enough footage of crackheads and drug deals and stuff already, so I did not stay there. I'll tell you what, Tucson is pretty bad. It's not the worst place that we've seen, but it's up there. It's the violence, the open air drug use is everywhere here. It's on every intersection, every convenience store, every bus stop, every intersection. It's really bad. It's out of control and it's getting worse. And it kind of makes you lose faith in society when you see this dystopian kind of environment here. What's the solution? Where are the people that care about these folks that are on the streets? Where's their friends and family and the law enforcement? It wouldn't be too hard to just slap these people around and get them in shape. Or maybe it is. Other than that, otherwise, Tucson's actually not a bad place. You take that out. The downtown's not bad. It's not a bad place at all. But you got to get all that stuff out of here. Tucson is not in a good place right now. And if this is the worst place in Arizona, well then, it can only get better from here. And cut.
Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that report from America. So we've been to every state now, and we know so many great places that most people don't know about. If you're trying to figure out where you should move, I can help. Email me, and I'll tell you about how I can find you the perfect place for you to move to. And if you need a realtor, I can help you with that as well. No one else knows America more than Nick and Kim and Mappy. This is my email. You can also find it in the description or on the channel. And if you want to buy some Mappy gear, well, you can find that link in the description as well. You can get shirts, hats, mugs, stickers, hoodies, all kinds of great Mappy merch. Click the link, get some Mappy gear. I'm also on Cameo. If you want me to send you or somebody you know a personalized video message, go to Cameo and search Nick Johnson, or just click the link in the description. Well, hey, Nick Johnson fans. So YouTube's pushing this whole membership thing now, and I think it's great. So I set one up for this channel. If you want to be a member on this channel, you can only do it on your computer right now. They make it hard for some reason. So go and hit join right there, and you can support the channel and join various membership tiers. I'm excited about it because I'm going to post all sort of behind the scenes content, extra interviews, fun Mappy stuff, bonus songs, and more. Just some extra stuff that doesn't make it onto the main channel. So think about becoming a member. Huh, everyone?
You should join. I did.
Thanks for watching.